Mulling, it's over. Don't forget to talk to me about it. We are not robots, you know. We can consistently alter our behaviors despite millennia of programming.
Millennia.
Millennia of programming.
All right. Okay, let's have a switch of roles now, Nhung. Okay, so you will be the male and I'm the female. Okay.
Oh yes.
All right. Just a moment. Wait. Wait. I've lost. What page are we now? Okay. So number 7, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. So do you ever worry about the side effects of any medicines you're taking? Oh, wait. Just a moment. No, it's not. Is it correct?
Oh no.
Oh, wait.
It,
Just a moment. What page are we?
it's a page 34.
Oh, wait. I've lost. The page moved to the previous pages. Just a moment. 34, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, there you go. Aren't you worried about your son in the military? Bakit?
Pardon please.
Okay, I have already read the first dialogue of the female. So I said, aren't you worried about your son in the military?
Oh yes. Of course I am. Don't you think I should be?
Of course, you should be, but you never talk about it. So I assumed that you weren't bothered at all.
Talking about it won't make it any better. It's a situation that won't just go away immediately. But meanwhile, I'm worried about him every single day.
If it were my son, I'd be talking about the problem every day to everybody. That wouldn't solve the problem or relieve my worries, but it would make dealing with the situation easier.
I don't know if it is somehow or
Biological,
biological or merely
social.
social. But there is certainly one difference in the way men and women type typically
Typically,
typically behave. A man internally internalize his worries
internalizes.
internalizes his worries and keeps them to himself, while a woman more freely communicates her emotions. I wonder why that is.
Yes, I've often thought about that. Maybe it's evolutionary.
In that way,
For centuries and centuries, most women stayed behind in the camp or village with other women, and they would talk to each other to help pass the time while they cook, made clothing, watched their kids, or tilled the fields.
okay, go on.
The men, on the other hand, would be away from home and spending much of their time alone, engaged in activities that required a lot of silence, like tracking down animals for food or protecting the camp against enemies, and they needed to appear brave and strong in order to gain the respect of their comrades. So it was easier to pretend that they weren't afraid or worried at all by keeping their mouths shut.
So you're saying over time, these two modes, being talkative and being silent, became ingrained in the two pages,
Sykes.
sizes.
Sure, it makes sense to me.
So you think men and women are fundamentally different?
I think there are many differences. They are not exactly the same biologically or psychologically, but that doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Men and women are equally capable of doing any job, but they may still do them differently.
Hmm, I have to think about your remarks for a while.
Fine, but after mulling it over, don't forget to talk to me about it. We're not robots, we can consciously alter our behaviors despite millennia of programming. All right, now let's have those words, okay?
Oh yes, okay.
Let's read those words. Internalize,
Internalize. It means make something personal.
communicate,
Communicate. It means express thoughts, feelings, or information to somebody else.
evolutionary,
Evolutionary. It means connected with a gradual process of change and development.
till.
Till it means prepare land for crops to be planted.
All right. Now, let's read another set of words. Okay, comrade, comrade. Help.
Compromise.
Uh-huh.
Comrade. It means friend, com- companion.
Psych,
Sight. It means human mind.
mull over,
Moreover, it means think about carefully.
millennia,
Millennia. It means thousands of years.
ingrained,
Ingrained. It means fixed deep in one's mind.
remark,
Remark. It means comment.
alter.
Alter. It means change.
Okay, could you read again all the words?
Oh
New.
yes. Internalize. It means make something personal. Communicate. It means express thoughts, feelings, or information to somebody else.
Mhm.
Evolu- Evolutionary. It
Mhm.
means connected with a gradual process of change and development.
All right.
Till. It means prepare land for crops to be planted.
Mm-hmm.
Comrade. It means
Comrade.
comrade. It means friend, companion.
Okay, next.
Sight. It means human mind. Moreover, it means think about carefully. Millennia. It means thousands of years. Imprint. It means hit deep in one's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Remark. It means comment. Alter. It means change.
Okay. Could you make your own sentences using all these words? New, you start from the first one.
Oh yes.
Go, New.
Internalize.
Mhm. Please write your sentence in the box, okay?
Oh yes. Okay.
In the chat box, I mean. Kindly
Many,
read.
many women tend to internalize their anxiety and distress.
Right. Very good. Next.
Communicate.
Communicate.